Hey, ladies, welcome to the Sunday show. This is my series, Book Smart but Man Dumb. It is for upwardly mobile Black women who do things over a man that just don't seem to make very much sense. I will admit that this story was on the Tamron Hall show. I only listened to the first 2 minutes, and then I said I wanted to come and talk to you ladies about it and uh, do a live commentary. So we're going to put our 90-second timer on, give people a chance to come in. Definitely give the video a thumbs up, and I will see you in 90 seconds. Welcome to Black Women Making Money. We are the home of the upwardly mobile Black woman. For exclusive content and invitations to our Inner Circle Zoom meetings, which happen on a monthly basis, you can sign up for free for our email newsletter at bwmakingmoney.com. That's bwmakingmoney.com. Hey, ladies. Black Women Making Money is in the building. It's your girl Cherie. Happy Sunday to everybody. The YouTube streets, the social media streets over the past, 3-4 days have been a buzz. They have been crazy. Yes, I have seen about the fresh and fit guy who got his girlfriend pregnant. Yes, I saw the surprise live. I saw a portion of it with Crystalline Karazin and Kendall St. Charles. I did see the portion they talked about the 4B movement. I see the rise of the 4B movement. I have some thoughts about it, but I want to get some more information about it before I really talk about it from our point of view. I do think, though, that if you're going to do the 4B movement personally, like you as an individual, you don't need to be a part of a movement in order to be a part of it. But I want to make sure that I understand certain parts of what's happening before I comment too much about it. But today's topic is all about a woman who went on the Tamron Hall show to say that her boyfriend took $200,000 of her money for a home that did not exist. I want to ask you all to please hit the like button as you're coming in. And I do want to make sure that you all know next Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we are having our Rich AF discussion. No, Vivian herself will not be there, but she did an interview a few months ago about her $25 million secret wealth plan, and we're going to review certain parts of it, talk about it from our point of view, talk about other things that she is talking about. Definitely want to make sure we are keeping to our roots at the Black Women Making Money channel. So if you want to be invited to this discussion, It is only on Zoom. It will not be on YouTube. You got to come to bwmakingmoney.com. Come to bwmakingmoney.com. The Zoom link is going to go out again on Wednesday and then a couple of times on Sunday before we have our big discussion. So thanks so much, Shar, for putting bwmakingmoney.com on there. And Tiff, good afternoon to you. Hello, Malika. Hello, hello. All right, ladies. So, Tamron Hall did an interview of this woman. And obviously, we're not going to show it all here, like on your screen. We're going to have to listen to a lot of it by audio, but I do want you to see her for the first couple of seconds, just so you can see who she is. And she ended up writing a book about her boyfriend taking $200,000 of her money for a home that did not exist. I listened to the first 2 minutes of it, and then I stopped the video and said, I think this is an important conversation for us to have as upwardly mobile Black women. As I have said continuously on this channel, we are targets for resources. And so many of us put our desperation out there. Or if a man says one or two things to us, we crumble because we are so starved for attention. And not that I think that you should then run to the 4B movement, but I do think that there needs to be a way for you to make sure that you're protecting yourself from being a resource. Because I guarantee you, this man probably took this $200,000 from this woman, which $200,000, that's a lot of money. So he took this $200,000 and did what? Probably went and tricked off on some woman that he really wanted to be with. That $200,000 could have gone into her own retirement. It could have gone into her own investments. She could have bought another rental property for herself and gotten cash flow from it. $200,000 is a lot of money, ladies. And these men see us as targets. I don't care if they're Black. I don't care if they're Latino. I don't care if they're white. I don't care if they're Asian. I don't care if they're Native American. They see us, and it doesn't matter if we're Black or white, because white women are getting scammed too. That Netflix special, The Swindler, I think was what it was called, was a bunch of white women getting scammed for hundreds of thousands of dollars each by these men running these romance scandals. So thank you so much, Malika, for saying exactly. So we're going to watch a little bit of this, and then I have to just put it on audio only. Let me actually put on my fair use banner here. Fair use with regards to the Tamron Hall show. So let's listen to this story here of this woman.
We are live, and we are with author and former Wall Street executive Donna Marie Hayes, whose powerful new memoir, These Broken Roads, details the trauma she experienced when she says she discovered that the man of her dreams was not a dream man to have. She says he was living a double life. And in this memoir, this so thoughtfully written memoir, it's a cautionary tale and one that you're sharing so that it doesn't happen to other people.
Correct.
Okay, ladies, give one last good look at the author here. Give one good look, last good look at her, because now I have to change this to audio only, so that way we do not end up in trouble with the Tamron Hall show for copyright purposes. So let's hear her story here really quickly.
Before we went to break, Donna, we were talking about how this renovation plan, we're buying this house in Connecticut, $200,000 of your money, cash that you'd given to this individual identified as Javier.
Right.
And okay, so Javier is Latino. So she's a Black woman with a potentially, allegedly Latino man named Javier. Renovation project for a house in Connecticut. She's going to admit within these first 2 minutes that she had never seen the house. She's going to admit that she had given him the money and then she had gotten sick and she couldn't participate in the renovation project. I did hear that far. But yeah, it sounds like cash. Yeah, this woman had $200,000 cash, or she took it out of a line of credit, or some sort of way she got this money. Yeah, Shar. Hey, Miss Franny Pants. Oh yeah, good to see you. We've just been here 10 minutes and we just got started. So let's continue hearing this.
Javier was supposed to reveal to you the home.
Bad idea. Javier was supposed to reveal to her the home. I'm not giving a man $2,000 for a house I haven't personally seen. We're too trusting of these men. And these men are on social media. They see our desperation. These men of other races see our desperation. They're like, oh, well, we just don't have to be black men. We could just be some other race and she'll just wholeheartedly follow us. This is crazy.
Yes. The day that the reveal was supposed to happen, he suddenly calls you and says what?
That his mom passed away.
His mother died.
Yes.
I'm going to need that address then. Oh, I'm so sorry your mother died. What's the address? $200,000? I need the address of the house. I want to see the title work. There is no way. There's no way.
And I think as a compassionate woman, as I can tell you are from writing this, your heart went out to him.
Absolutely. I felt for him. So, oh my God, that's so terrible. He says, I just need time away. I just need time to grieve. And so he pulled back and I didn't see him. Days turned into weeks that I was no longer seeing him. And he was.
Days turned into weeks. She was no longer seeing him. The day he was supposed to reveal the house to her, everything was lovey-dovey until then. And then he tells her his mama died. And then she doesn't hear from him anymore. And I'm going to need the title work. I'm going to need the address.
Was just not available on the phone. He was just not available in general. And that was just him pulling back.
He sent you. So it started to sink in. Like,
yes.
What do you think? Because you're like, wait a minute, your mom has passed away, and that's heartbreaking.
Yes.
But
I
we're buying a house together.
Right. What was confusing to me, if you have someone that you love and care for, when you're going through something like that, you want to be with them. You want to have the comfort of that person. And it was just not making sense that he was pulling away. And he said he just needed to be by himself to mourn.
And to add to that, you were supposed to have surgery, and he was supposed to go with you to have, was it foot surgery?
Yes.
And he doesn't show up for the surgery to be there.
He timed it. He knew I wouldn't be mobile.
So I want to show you Tamron's face here. She's like, what, girl? So now it's starting to sink into her that, hey, I must have gotten swindled here, right? He was supposed to be there with her through foot surgery. He didn't show up. He was supposed to show her this house. He didn't show up. Tiff is saying here, my very close family member signed a $900,000 more, 900 grand with her fiance. Now he's floated backing out of the wedding in May. She has sold her original house. Oh my gosh. He kept his original house and rented it out. Oh my goodness. No. Ladies, we keep our original houses. I don't know if I would sign a mortgage with the fiance. I have to admit, I don't think that's smart, ladies. I don't think that's smart. Husband is one thing, fiance is something else. Now, I hope both of them are on the mortgage, and most importantly, both of them are on the title. There are people that can put themselves on the title that don't have to put themselves on the mortgage. You all know I'm a certified mortgage loan officer. You can have one person on the mortgage and the couple can be on the title of the company, of the property. But that's tough. That's tough, Tiff. It's bad. Yeah, look, she better protect herself now. Donna Earth is in the building. I'm late, but hello. Ready for the shenanigans? Well, you're about to hear it. And Sweet Yoni is in the building. Hello. 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 Okay, so because this is Tamron Hall, we just can hear the audio, but I want to actually let you ladies who are just getting in see this woman as well. She's phenotypically Black, regular Black woman, but she had $200,000 to give a man for a house she didn't see. So, and ultimately they say here for a home that didn't exist. So let's finish listening to this.
Time this disappearance. So he doesn't show up to be there for you. He's not asking you to be there for him.
Right.
And so it starts to sink into you.
It's starting to sink in. I'm having a tough time accepting it. But yes, it's starting to sink in that something's not quite right.
So as that time went on, eventually you reached out to him.
Yes.
To ask about the rental income.
Yes. And initially he said that it's rented. All tenants.
So he's saying the house is rented.
For a house she didn't see. But the house is rented to some people she don't know. After she gave this man $200,000 to renovate the house, buy the house and renovate it. Book smart, but man dumb. I swear this is going to be one of my series that I'm going to do, ladies. Book smart, but man dumb. We are resources to these men. And now these men of other races are on social media, seeing Black women's desperation, and they are playing us like crazy. They're playing us online. They're playing us offline. They're playing us on the dating apps. And if you are not careful, $200,000, based on how young this woman looks, she could have put that into the market and could have retired off of $200,000 in the next, well, maybe not retired because she looks like she's in her late 40s. But she would have had a lot of additional money if she had just put it in the market or bought the house herself and rented it out. But instead, because of her desperation, this is her, because of her desperation, she's out $200K. Sarita is in the building. Hello, Sarita. Mentor Shelley is here as well. Hello, Mentor Shelley. Donna Earth is saying, are we buying relationships now? It looks like it. Brian's tax next week is the end of tax season for you, at least through the 15th. So congratulations, girl. I actually need to put an extension in for myself. So, all right, let's continue listening to this.
Had you seen the house?
Well, I couldn't. He timed it so that I couldn't. Right.
Girl, no. Now we're gonna stop fibbing here. He timed it so I couldn't see the house because I had foot surgery. No, he didn't. You did not demand when he bought the house or when he talked to you about buying the house to go see the house for yourself, to go to the closing yourself, to make sure your name was on all the documents yourself. Stop lying. Stop lying. You're sitting here telling us that he timed it for your foot surgery. Your foot surgery happened after he said all the renovations were going to be complete. I know $200,000 worth of renovations were going to take at least 4 months, if not 6 months, for $200,000 worth of renovations. I'm in this business. You're trying to tell me that man held on to $200,000 of your money for 4 to 6 months. You didn't go see the house before he was going to buy it. You didn't go see the house. You didn't go talk to anybody during the title search. You didn't go to the closing table. You didn't go see the property when he was going to start the renovations. You didn't go to the property during renovations. On the day he said he was supposed to reveal the property to you, all of a sudden his mother died. Then he ran off with your money. He said his mother died. He stopped calling you. You were supposed to have foot surgery. He didn't show up to take you to foot surgery. You are lying. You're lying to yourself because you're certainly not lying to Cherie. I know better. And most of you know, sorry, for those of you who are here, I only heard the first 2 minutes of this. This is where I stopped the video. And I was like, oh, I have to talk about this. This is my Book Smart but Man Dumb series. She's lying to herself. I don't want her lying to you. I don't want her lying to you. We have to not only be book smart, we have to be man smart as well. We have to be street smart. When I was growing up, they called it being book smart versus street smart. And there were some women who were very book smart, but they didn't know anything about the streets. And we were sheltered. I was one of those women. And then there were other women or other girls who were very street smart, but not necessarily book smart. Well, now on social media, we get to swap stories. So no. Now I know Tamron Hall can't say this to her. I'm going to say it to her. No, you're misconstruing things. No, you need to do more reflection before you come out and say that. And $200,000 is no small amount of money, Malika is saying. Just imagine the work it took to get all of that money. Exactly. All of her time, skills, and energy. Exactly. For him to go trick off on some other woman, allegedly. She was caught up in a fantasy. Absolutely. That's the subtitle. No. Absolutely. No. In fact, she should have said no from the very beginning and then gotten on TikTok and said, would you believe this man asked me for $200,000 for a house I have never seen? She's probably not on the title of the house. How much you want to bet? Or she said the house doesn't exist. So we could have to hear the rest of the story. Malika saying this is time where she can take accountability for this mistake. She should. This is embarrassing. How old is she? I don't know how old she is. Let's see if we can. I mean, she's got to be late 40s, though. She wrote a book. Got to be late 40s, I would say. Yeah. And how many of us, Yoni, are so desperate for love? We're so desperate for love that we will do anything for it. You're right, Yoni. It's low self-esteem. I just can't feel sorry for her not trying to be mean, but I just can't. And we're blasting our gullibility on TV and social media. Risa Tisa wasn't enough. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Now, I mean, I guess it's good for her to come out and maybe and say that she, she went through this, and maybe during the next 4 minutes of the interview, she'll admit this. But right here, she should have said, no, I did not take the right precautions. She probably financed the whole relationship from day one. You are absolutely right, Tiff. You were right. She probably did. All right. Fair use. Tamron Hall show, fair use. We're just going to listen to the audio here.
I couldn't walk.
You couldn't walk?
I couldn't walk. I was on crutches. He timed it. Yes.
So you're there in the house. You can't get. Did you have the address of the house?
Yes, I'd seen the house before.
Seen it before, but you'd not seen the thing.
Yeah, correct.
All right, so.
Okay, so I take it back. She says she's seen the house before. She still wasn't involved enough. Let's see if she was on the title of the house. I hadn't heard this part before, so I got to hear more of it because I want to know how he took $200,000 of her money for a home that didn't exist. So we got to hear how that happened.
You reach out to him, yes. Then he sends you a text message, which you talk about in the book. He says, "Dearest Donna, I realize that you may not be feeling well after your surgery and probably not in the best of moods, but I'm certainly not in the mood to discuss how you are entitled to any money just because you say so."
Right.
What? Whoa. Oh my gosh. Dearest Donna, oh my gosh, I realized that you may not, she probably started texting him, hey, what's going on with the house? Realize you may not be feeling well after your surgery. But I am certainly not in the mood to discuss how you are entitled to any money just because you say so. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Ladies, I cannot tell you how you should really be careful about doing business with men that you are in a relationship with. I don't know how to say this enough. I don't think it's a good idea for you to do business with men that you are in a relationship with. When we have sex as women, it is very true scientifically that there are endorphins and hormones that link us to that man that causes us to not see things clearly. Book Smart but Man Dumb is the name of this series because we as upwardly mobile Black women are excelling in our careers, and then when we get into our relationships, it just all gets squandered away. So she seemed like she was a pretty patient person. It seemed like it was probably months later he told her, hey, the property is rented. So she's like, great, when am I getting my first check? And this is the text that he sends her. You're right. Tiff seen it or drove by it. Look, I would have called the title company, make sure that the title is clear. Is my name on the paperwork? You know, I'd have been at the closing table. Hell no. Hell no. Did she see it in person or pictures online to her? Look, who knows? Yeah. Mentor Shelley, yes, it's the cautionary tale of not taking the necessary precautions. Yes, yes. Donna, dearest child, look, Tiff, that's the first thing. Donna, dearest, was a sign that he did not like you and saw you as a tool. Absolutely, Malika. The level of audacity, you are right. I would have found Ray in them. Look, we don't even know where this guy was. I think she said his name was Javier. You don't know where he was. He could have been in his home country, living off your $200,000. Let's keep listening.
You are entitled to any money just because you say so.
Right.
You gave me the money as a gift.
Oh, y'all. Okay, look, you got to see this as well. You gave me the money as a gift, so please stop the nonsense and leave me alone. Who gives somebody $200,000 as a gift? And did she have any paperwork, ladies? Paperwork. Did she have any paperwork saying that she co-owned the house? Did she have any paperwork saying that this was a loan or that this was equity going into an LLC in a business? He's sitting here telling her she gave it to him as a gift. And guess what? In United States Small Claims Court, you can only sue up to $5,000. She ain't getting $200,000 back. And she's not the only one, ladies. How many of us have been suckered out of tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars being man dumb? Yeah, he could have given her a fake name too. We don't know. We don't know. Yeah, he's setting up his defense. Absolutely. All right. Let's keep listening to the audio, ladies.
So please stop the nonsense and leave me alone.
Yes.
I could cry because
yes,
it's heartbreaking to hear. I can't imagine how it was to feel.
It was devastating. At first, I thought, well, he's having some sort of a breakdown. His mother just passed away. This is not real, because that's certainly uncharacteristic of the person that I knew for 18 months.
Okay, let's talk about that. It was uncharacteristic of him She knew him for 18 months. It was uncharacteristic of him to act like this. Of course it was. He was going after your $200,000. He saw you as, what does Snoop Dogg say? If you see a sucker, lick it. He saw you as a sucker. If you're going to swindle somebody out of $200, you could do that in a night or two. If you're swindling them out of $200,000, yeah, it's going to take 18 months. These men know how to play the long game. They know how to play the long game. They're learning from each other. And there are slicker men on YouTube than Fresh and Fit that are teaching these men real game. In the deep parts of the YouTube web and X and things like that, things in Discord, things that we would most likely never see and know that they talk about. Yeah, it took 18 months to swindle you out of that $200,000. Hey, first name, last name. Yeah, it's sad and embarrassing. And this is a learning lesson for us that we have to be book smart and man smart, ladies. And then she has given him an excuse. You're right, Malika. She's given him an excuse. This is absolutely ridiculous. He would not get an excuse from me.
Slept beside me for 18 months. We did everything together. So I didn't quite understand.
Well, apparently you didn't do everything together because you didn't buy the house together. Apparently you didn't do everything together because you didn't buy the house together. Ma'am, you are not telling yourself the entire truth. You didn't do everything together because you didn't buy the house together. And I want to know of the $200,000, how much of it, you put $200,000 in, did he kick any money in at all? Or was he all quote unquote sweat equity? All right, let's keep listening. We just have to listen to the audio because of Tamron Hall and, the network she's on. I don't want them blocking the copyright.
Understand why he would suddenly say, I gave him the money as a gift when we've been going back and forth for 18 months about this house.
What did you text? Because I would have been like, man, where are you right now? I'm just being honest. I've been like, Google find him. What did you reply?
There were a few choice words.
Okay, thank you.
There were a few choice words.
Okay.
And I remember saying, well, this is now a legal matter.
Oh, so
yes.
So it does sink into you that $200,000 of your money is gone. Here's how you describe the moment it sunk in that the man you loved had actually stolen this from her. Let's play it.
I scanned the memories of a love affair that was only real to me. The candlelight dinners on the glass-top table overlooking the East River, the recliner in which he napped, his slippers, his boots, his toothbrush, and his side of the bed. My hands are trembling as I lift them to stifle a scream, a burning rage making its way through my body. I read and reread his texts, my responses, his silly selfies, countless love emojis, and sweet nothings of love. I cringe at the memories that are etched in my phone, still too sacred to delete.
I feel like Tina Turner. What's love got to do with it? There's love, ladies, and then there's business. And look, we've all been through, if you've ever been in love, we've all been through that heartbreak, that initial sting, etc. But yeah, look, this was the con. This is the con. Dawn Earth is saying, another thing you will not know about my finances like that. As far as you know, I'm bouncing back from bankruptcy. As far as you know, I am broke as a joke. That's right. Tuesday is here. This is desperation. I refuse to believe these women are this dumb. We are. We are this dumb and we are this desperate. Yeah. Pretty Practical saying, okay, so she was in her 40s when this occurred. Yeah, look, there are women in their 50s, 60s, and 70s getting scammed for 18 months. 18 months, $200,000. That means he was getting $11,000 a month for loving her. That's a straight gigolo. You might as well have just paid for it. You might as well have just said, come over, make my toes curl, take me out to dinner. That'd have been cheaper. That would have been cheaper for you to do that. $11,000 a month over an 18-month period. Shoot. With some of these men, you could pay them $300 to $500. They did. Yeah, I'm not on the dating scene either, Dawn. But with this BS I see, I couldn't do it. Yeah, I agree. I'm glad she found love after the scammer and won her civil suit against him. She did? Okay, so I didn't watch it all. So let's see. But the question is, did she win her civil suit? Did she get her money back? Is the question. But I didn't listen to it all. So let's see. Yeah, look, we better claim being broke is a joke. Let's see what else she says here.
And then you went on the dating site where you met him.
Right.
You saw his photo with a completely different name, a different profile.
Correct.
And in the photo,
yes,
he's actually wearing one of your shirts.
Yes, he is. Yes, he's actually.
You are the bravest. You are so strong.
I decided to go on the website just to see if he's there, and he's on the site.
He's on the site.
Wearing one of my running shirts, and some of the pictures were taken in the gym in my building.
So I should point out, we reached out to the man that you've identified by a pseudonym Javier for a statement. We did reach out. We did not hear back. There's that legal note. Now, going back to, as you described the situation, you now realize he's what you see as someone who's defrauding you.
Correct.
You spent 6 days in bed.
Yes.
Experiencing the darkest, saddest moments. Yes. And then your heart and your mind kick in.
Yeah.
Good for her. 6 days. 6 days in bed. That's actually not that bad. That's not that bad. She's got some redemption here with regards to that. But she went on that dating site. Of course he was on there looking for somebody else, probably looking for two women, looking for one woman to trick and one woman to spend the money on, or a second woman to spend the money on. Now, come on. We know how these men do it. Malika saying, I'm glad I have not ever had any of these experiences. I did not trust anyone then, and I do not trust anyone now. Good for you, Malika. I told you all about my little story. When I was in my early 20s, I was dumb. I bought a man a car. Fortunately, I bought it cash, and it wasn't that much money, but still, like I was book smart and man dumb, but I got it in my early 20s. I was about 23 when I dated that guy, and loser. And Tiff is saying, I knew it was an alias. First name is saying, I don't give males money, period. I suggest you do not do that. To trick and to treat. Yes, Pretty Practical. They're looking for a trick and a treat. Absolutely. One woman to get the resources from and the other woman to give it to. Absolutely. Let's keep listening. So she's now saying after 6 days, she finally snaps out of it. Let's hear what she does then.
You call the police, but they tell you they can't help you.
Correct.
You write in the book, if they can't help me, I will have to help myself. Yeah. I don't want to be ashamed. I vehemently denounce the idea of being a victim.
Absolutely.
So you're like, I'm not a victim here. I'm not a victim. I'm going to get this together. So 6 days, you go in the darkness, you come out ready to fight. Yes. You contact the FBI, the district attorney, and then you file a civil lawsuit.
Yes.
I guarantee you her name was not on the house anywhere. I guarantee you she did not do any due diligence on the house itself in the house purchase. She was scammed because real estate is like real property. There are things you're able to do and places you're able to go through real property, but she didn't do that piece of it. This is where, ladies, if you ever get in a situation like this, having a real estate lawyer, not through your boyfriend that your boyfriend introduces you to, but this is where you have your multicultural network come in. And you ask your multicultural network, hey, do you know a really good real estate attorney? Because I'm thinking of investing $200,000 into this house with Javier. And your real estate investment attorney is either going to tell you, no, that's not a good idea, or he's going to help you set it up in a way that protects you. And I guarantee you, as soon as you tell Javier that you're hiring the WASP or Bernstein and Goldsmith to represent you, Javier will most likely be out of there. Right? Okay, let's keep listening.
So you file a civil lawsuit in New York for fraud, and you won.
I won.
You won the judgment.
Yes. I won.
You won the judgment.
I absolutely won the judgment. So now he cannot, there's a certain amount of money that he owes me. He cannot buy a house. He cannot buy a car. He cannot do.
She ain't getting her money back, y'all. It's nice that she won the civil lawsuit. He can't buy a house. He can't do other things. Ladies, she's not getting her money. He's just going to skirt around the system in order to not pay her. So it's nice that we're all clappy. Yay, you won your civil lawsuit. Yay. That doesn't mean she's getting her money. Because if her name were on the paperwork for the house and the house was purchased like it should have been purchased, just like reminder with regards to DJ Envy and Cesar Pena, the same thing they were doing. Well, allegedly for DJ Envy, because, allegedly, right? This is the same thing. Otherwise, she would have been able to go and foreclose on the house. Yeah, girl, hire that WASP. Hire Goldstein and Goldberg and Goldsmith. Look. Tiff is saying if she never saw a notary, highly likely she was never on the paperwork. She wasn't on the paperwork. She wasn't on the paperwork, and she's not getting her $200K back. Malika's saying, looks like we need to learn from men to get that bag. Yeah, we do. We do. So let's keep listening here.
I get a job without some of that money coming to me.
And then, people might say, well, it's a judgment how you enforce it, but the book was finished.
Yes.
And then you had an update.
Yes.
You didn't include this news in the book because it was already in print.
Yes.
But in March, with the help of enforcement company, you tracked down Javier in Rockland County, New York.
Correct.
And you were able to recover some of the money that he took from you.
Yes.
Okay, I take it back. She got some of the money back. She didn't say how much, but good for her. She got some of her money back. She didn't say most. She didn't say half. She said some. So ladies, out of $200,000, she could have gotten $10,000 back. We don't know. But okay. Okay. Well, good for her. She got some of the money back.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Can I ask you how much of the money?
It was about $20,000.
Okay, so she got 10% back. She got 10% back, which good for her. She got a little bit of her money back. But let's keep going.
Still something, yeah.
Yes, it's a start. It's a start.
It's a start.
Yes, absolutely.
When you tracked him down, did you go with them?
No.
Okay, in my mind, I'm playing this out like a Lifetime movie.
It reads like a Lifetime movie. It feels like a thriller. But the enforcement company reached out to him. But what's interesting, he called them and asked if he could set up a payment plan.
A payment plan?
Yes.
Did you say okay?
And I said no.
Oh, gosh. So you got 20,000 back. Again, you are sharing this story because you want other people to learn from this. What is the cautionary story here?
Just be mindful. if something feels off, it probably is.
Yeah.
No, no, ladies, no, no, no. The cautionary tale is hire yourself a lawyer that did not come through that man, and make sure you are on all of the paperwork. Sitting here telling you to be mindful. Are you kidding? Be mindful? That's her story. Be mindful. No. No. It's for you to make sure you're on all the paperwork. And Tiff is right. She had to pay for for the enforcement and the lawyer. That's true. So out of the $20,000 that he surrendered or whatever, how much did she have to pay in a lawyer, and how much did she have to pay the collections company, the enforcement company? You're absolutely right. Expensive lesson. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So, well, she's got another minute and a half of this. So let's see if she has any other surprises here. Let's keep listening.
You know, it probably is. And, you know, he used certain information to make me think that he was really in love with me. When in fact.
He used certain information to make her feel like he was in love with her. These men will go on your social media. Once they figure out that you are a trick, once they figure out that you as the woman are a trick, they will go on your social media. They will figure out what you like. They'll figure out what to say. They'll figure out what to do. Absolutely. Do not put everything about yourself on social media. Don't do it. Don't do it. Keep some stuff off social media. I only put half of the things that I do on social media. The other half you never know about. Donna Earth is saying there's a bigger conversation, but I think Black women set themselves up with this boss bee. Absolutely. I'm making these coins in the general materialistic social media displays. I would agree with that. Rana, how you doing? Hope school is going well for you, my dear. Nia is saying this is so sad. Tiff is saying historically, a lot of men use the church as a way in. That is true. Ron is saying this is why I don't put my business on social media. I agree with that. Sarita is saying forget mindfulness. We need to keep our mouths closed about our finances. Put your house in a trust and protect yourself. I agree. I agree. Let's finish listening to this.
I was being groomed.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it was.
You're a 40-plus-year-old woman being groomed. Book smart, but man dumb, ladies. These are the bumps and bruises we should get in our early 20s, late teens. By the time we're 40, we gotta be smarter than this. And even my ladies in your 20s, you gotta be smarter than this. Let's keep listening.
Yes. But I have to say, 2 years after that, because I don't want people to think again, see this and there's no happy ending. Because there is the right person. Yeah. It wasn't that person.
Yes.
2 years later, you found the love of your life, James, who's in the audience.
All right, everybody. Let's see James. This is James, y'all. James in the audience. This is James. James is the love of her life. Let's keep watching.
You've been together
4.5 years.
You've been together 4.5 years.
Let's see if she's lent him any money. This is James, y'all. James. Let's see what James has to say.
Must be a really good guy, because I'm sure her trusting somebody. He said it's sweating bullets. But you were able to build trust with her after all of that.
Yes. Definitely.
She's so wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you for sharing your story. I'm happy that you did not let this heartbreaking and unfortunate incident define you. You're not a victim, and you can find love again.
I have one life to live.
Yes.
I cannot allow him to steal it.
That's right.
Okay, ladies, she has one life to live. She can't allow this man to steal her shine. She got James now. She's been with James for 4.5 years. Good for her. If she is happy mentally, physically, financially, all of that, I'm happy for her. So, all right, ladies, let's see what the rest of your comments are. And then we're going to head on out of here. I don't even give bums money. You're a man. This world caters to them. I agree with that. I had a homeless guy one time, I'll never forget. He was like, can I get $5 to go into McDonald's? And this was about 10 years ago. And I said, no, but I'll go into McDonald's with you in order to get the money. He was like, oh no, that's okay. I changed my mind. So yeah, these homeless people will say, oh, can I get money for food? And then they're going and taking it to buy drugs and liquor and things like that. So nope, not me. Pretty Practical is saying that's why my LinkedIn profile is not updated. Minimal info. Now I keep mine updated, but I don't put like everywhere I'm going and my hobbies and things like that. I keep those things off. Miss Fanny Pants saying, sis better call the IRS and let them know he got 200K and didn't give them their cut. They'll handle his karma. You are right about that. Let the IRS will arrest you. They will. My cousin is successful and public businesswoman, and she has an FB post today with a picture of the BMW she just bought. Oh my goodness. They're going to be out there looking for her. Rana's saying, I don't even create a LinkedIn profile. Rana, that may not be the best thing for you because a lot of employers use LinkedIn in order to find employees. So, Tiff is saying, I don't know about that whole chain. You mean that gold chain? Are you talking about James? Let's see James again. This is James. You talking about the gold chain he has on? Did she do a background check on James? Well, by now she's been with James 4.5 years. So look. I hate that the focus was on her finding love and not her working and loving on herself. I agree with that. So we get to see James here. Let's see the author here. Let's see her. Not impressed. I don't like men with braids, dreads, and locks. I have to admit, I don't date men with dreads or braids either. I like clean cut. If he's not clean cut, I don't like that. So, but that's just me. I'm old fashioned. So, I don't know about that gold chain James is wearing. LOL. She better check her accounts. Look, let me tell you, sometimes it's a clean shaven men as well that'll swindle you out of 200K. So, I usually say I have no money. Yeah. Just keep the LinkedIn profile very professional and discreet. I agree with that. I agree. But LinkedIn is where professionals, HR people, etc., find you. So it's not good to not have a LinkedIn profile. This is why teenage girls should be allowed to date and interact with young guys their age. These are tough lessons to learn in your 30s and 40s plus. I agree. Them dreads holding on by a thread. Hey, still rocks. Oh my goodness. Oh, I was thinking that, but I'm trying to be nice. Y'all. Yeah, LinkedIn is great. Yes, absolutely. The Tender Swindler. That's the movie I was thinking of. It was on Netflix, and I did watch it too. I had my popcorn. I was like, what in the world? I mean, and the Tender Swindler, it was like dangerous for these women. It was, they had guns and all sorts of stuff. I'm like, what the hell? So yeah. Yeah. The Tinder was a trip. Yes, he was. Tinder Swindler was a trip. Yes, ladies. So this is just a series that I'm going to do, as I find stories like this Book Smart but Man Dumb series. You were smart enough to get $200,000. Now, I hope with this book, she makes her 200K back. um, because she's got to make that money some sort of way, got to make it back. Hopefully, she invested. Either she invested in her own rental, she puts it in the stock market, something like that. But yeah, we cannot afford to get all of these skills and build all of these multicultural networks just to be man dumb. So that was the whole point of today. If you all want to come to the Rich AF discussion, it's going to be on Sunday, next Sunday, 6 p.m. And you are able to come. You got to be on my email list, bwmakingmoney.com. No, Vivian herself will not be there, but we will be discussing her $25 million wealth plan and how we could put it added to, some of the things that she's doing, how we can incorporate those things into our lives. So again, next Sunday, 6 p.m., if you all want to be there. So with that, ladies, that is it for me. Thank you so much. Have a great week, and I will see you all on the next video. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Take care.